Welcome to Secrets to Alignment with Savannah Schaffer. I am here to equip you with the belief and energy to make your dreams a reality. Take this time to fill your cup and align with the most vibrant version of you.
Welcome back to the Secrets to Alignment podcast with your host, Savannah Schaffer. I am so happy that you're here because today I am talking about a topic that is honestly one of the most important things of existence, and that is self-love. If you are currently working towards the life of your dreams, you're wanting to create a life that feels so incredible and you're excited to be with the person that you've always wanted to be with, you're ready to be living in the place that you've always wanted to live, you're ready for your career to take off and finally just create this life that is beyond your wildest dreams. It really does begin with self-love. Self-love is something that I don't feel like is talked about nearly enough. And when it is, it's in this very shallow way of just love yourself, girl, love yourself some more or whatever. And I really just want to drive it home today in this podcast that when you begin to love yourself, you begin to welcome in all of the things that are actually truly meant for you. When you love yourself, you become the most authentic, magnetic version of you, and it is something that is just undeniable. You bring a presence to every single room that you walk into just because you fully and completely love, accept yourself. You have this humility about you. You have this confidence, the way that you walk, the way that you talk. It is just on a different frequency, honestly, than the way that you maybe have previously been operating. Self-love is truly the key to getting every single thing that you want. You treat yourself with kindness. You give yourself compassion. When you love yourself, you show up for yourself. And you keep the promises that you make to yourself. You look out for your future self, making sure that you're making the best decisions possible for you to be in the best place, physically, mentally, emotionally. It is literally what will transform every single thing inside and around you. When you have true self-love, you accept and love every aspect of yourself. The parts that are the hardest to love, the parts that you wish were different, the aspects of yourself that you are always complimented on. It means that you love every single bit of you inside and out. And again, when you do, every single thing just starts to come your way. It is like a magnet. It is because you see your worth. You see that you are enough. You see that you bring things to the table. You see that the world would not be as bright of a place without you in it. You understand that you bring so much to every single conversation, every single time that you post yourself on social media, every single time that you meet up with a friend, every single time that you say hello to the barista. You make someone else's day just a little bit brighter because you are in it. When you love yourself, you recognize that you are worth going after all of the things that you want in this lifetime. You realize that you only have this one life to achieve every single thing that that little girl inside has wanted since she was so young. You are deserving of those things, but it is up to you to change that internal dialogue, to change that internal narrative that's potentially keeping you stuck, that's keeping you overthinking, that's keeping you in a thought process where you're actually not being your best self, and maybe you're tearing yourself apart. Maybe you're not showing up as the version of you that you know you could be because internally you're constantly tearing yourself down. Each and every one of us have different aspects of ourselves that we'd like to maybe improve upon of, that we'd maybe like to enhance or illuminate some more and release some of the negative thinking, the darkness that's within us. But when you start to actually love yourself, you get to know every single part of yourself. You get to know the parts that you don't want to accept. And when you finally do accept those aspects of yourself, you start to notice that other people then accept you as well. When you start to love every aspect of yourself, you start to notice that then you attract people who love every aspect of yourself too. The deeper you fall in love with you, the deeper others will fall in love with you. If you feel like your relationships in your life, your friendships in your life are just not on the right page, they're not on the same page, they don't feel as deep and connected as they could be, I want you to actually ask yourself if you feel deep and connected within you. If you don't feel like the people around you are accepting you as you are, I want you to ask yourself, are you accepting yourself as you are? If you feel as though they don't see the beauty within you, they don't see or understand who you are, I want you to ask yourself, do you understand? Do you see? Do you love who you are? Even if you have the desire to change and evolve and become this better version of yourself, if you are meeting that aspect of you, let's say it's a physical thing for you. Let's say that there's parts of yourself physically that you don't love. Maybe there's parts of yourself mentally that you also do not like, but let's just use the physical for an example right now. If there are parts of yourself that you can't even look at in the mirror because it disgusts you, because you don't like it, because you wish it was different, and you are just really hating on this aspect of your beautiful divine vessel, that is a place where there will not be any change. There will not be change in that specific body part or that specific physical thing that you're seeing in the mirror, because you're meeting it with hate. You're meeting it with non-acceptance. You're meeting it with judgment. You're meeting it with this energy of, I do not like you. And that's only going to attract more of that energy. You are only going to amplify that right there by focusing so intentionally on it, or by just ignoring it completely and just choosing, I'm not even going to look at my stomach right now, or I'm not even going to look at my face right now because I'm breaking out right now, or whatever that it is that you're currently avoiding. When you avoid it, it does not help it change. That's not going to support it in changing. What you need to do is actually meet these aspects of yourself, whether they're physical or emotional, with love and acceptance, because you cannot change something from the same energy that created that specific thing. So if you're wanting to change something about yourself, then you need to meet it with a higher frequency of grace, of compassion, of kindness, of love and acceptance. And when you do that, when you're able to actually acknowledge that part of yourself and really give it the love and the care and the happiness and the joy and the gratitude and the fulfillment and all of the great feelings that it actually deserves, you're able to shift its frequency, and therefore it's going to feel as though it's letting go, that it's getting better, that it's improving, that it's really seeing the changes that you're looking for, because you're only going to receive what you are looking for. Your attention is where your energy will go. If you're focusing on that negative, you're only going to create more of it. So this is your sign to actually start to look internally and see, where are you not being so kind to yourself? Where do you need to be kinder? Where do you need to improve the way that you view yourself, the way that you talk about yourself, the way that you celebrate yourself? Because again, you do bring so much to the table. You do bring so much happiness and so much fulfillment and so much light into so many people's lives. And you have to be the first one to see that within yourself. Self-love begins with that internal dialogue. It begins within you. No one else can love and accept and really celebrate you if you're not doing that for yourself first. No one can treat you the best way possible if you're not doing that for yourself first. So I want you to take a moment to actually analyze, how are you treating yourself? How are you talking to yourself? How are you treating your body? What are you eating? How are you taking care of yourself? What do you say to yourself when you're not keeping those promises? Every single answer to those questions are so important in continuously moving forward in your life in a direction that allows you to gain even more closeness with the realest, most authentic version of you. Because the authentic version of you, the one that is created by our divine creator, God, source, universe, whatever it is that you personally believe in, God, the universe, has created us within the image of love, of happiness, of all of the highest frequencies. That fear, that guilt, that shame, anything of those lower frequencies, those are not meant for you to have. So therefore, you must release it. You must release the constant picking yourself apart, not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy enough, not feeling deserving to be celebrated. Those are things that are of the opposite of light and of love. And when you start to release those layers and you get rid of those frequencies that are lower and that are the more dense, those are denser frequencies, you become the lightest version of yourself. And at that light version of yourself, that is where you attract those incredible opportunities that match that light and airy and beautiful frequency that you're continuously giving off. It's where you receive the most amount of compliments. It's where you receive the promotion or the job opportunities or whatever it is. But if you cannot see that within yourself first, then you will not create those experiences, those opportunities, those incredible memories that you're looking to have. Those all come when you are at the lightest, brightest, happiest version of you, when you are so deeply in love with yourself and you know you bring so much to the table. That is where those beautiful experiences come through. Most people can pick out multiple things in an instant that they don't like about themselves. And if I ask them, what do you love about yourself? That can be one of the most challenging questions right there. And that is a clear indicator that you really need to work on these things. And I don't want those answers of what do you love about yourself to be some shallow thing, okay? Not like, oh, I love my ass or I love my tits, okay? I want you to actually think internally for a moment. What are the qualities of yourself that you are so madly, deeply in love with? I want you to ask yourself if you can really look in the mirror and see the positives before you see the negatives, before you pick yourself apart and tell yourself that you're not good enough. Are you able to instead actually acknowledge the divineness of you, the uniqueness of you, the beauty that you truly have? It doesn't matter what you look like. That's not what this is about. It doesn't matter what you look like, because when you love yourself, you automatically become more beautiful. Your skin and your complexion will literally light up. You will become glowier. You will look healthier. I also want you to ask yourself if you love yourself unconditionally. Do you love yourself unconditionally? Do you only love yourself when you're at your dream body weight? Do you only love yourself when you're in a relationship where that person is constantly complimenting you? Do you only love yourself when you're accomplishing those goals or you're in your dream career? Do you only love yourself conditionally? A lot of times, this is a learned behavior to only love ourselves conditionally from our childhood. And a perfect example of that would be if your parents, I'm not saying this is wrong either, this is just kind of what can be cultivated from this. If your parents only showed you love and acceptance and praise when you did really well in school, or when you basically were pleasing them, like if you were a people pleaser, well, that actually ends up turning into you people pleasing. But when you are constantly rewarded for only the times that you do incredibly well, that can create this system within yourself where you only feel worthy of love if you are successful, if you are in that dream body weight or whatever that you're looking to accomplish. And then you're only loving yourself conditionally, because I know that as a parent, when you love your kid, no matter what they do, that's a completely different energy than only giving them attention or acceptance or acknowledgement when they bring home an A+ report card. Like, it's a totally different frequency, and it's a different relationship that you develop with your children by having that attitude of like, I am going to love and accept you no matter what. And of course I want you to do good in school, and maybe I'll get you like an extra gift on top of that, but you're not going to earn my love and acceptance through your grades at school or whatever it was. And you might have experienced this with just one of your parents. Maybe your dad or maybe your mom were only like really proud of you when you were doing those kind of things, and then therefore it has created a pattern and a belief within you that you're only worthy of love and of acceptance and of acknowledgement when you do incredible things. When at the end of the day, like, life is not like that. Life is not just all of these incredible moments stacked on top of each other. Life has really challenging moments, and then it has really great highs and really, really great lows. And there's so much in between. And when you cultivate this relationship with yourself where you just love yourself no matter fucking what, no matter what the results are that you're looking for externally, no matter if the promotion you actually get, or no matter if you get that job opportunity, or you hit the next rank or the next promotion or whatever the fuck. If you can just love yourself completely, fully, you create a life beyond your wildest dreams. Now, if you're listening to this right now and you're like, okay, I really need to work on this. Like, I'm recognizing that maybe this is something that I need to be intentional about. I am going to give you guys a full breakdown on this right now. And if this episode is resonating with you right now, please, please, please share it with someone. Whether you're sharing it on your social media or you're sharing it with your sister or one of your good friends, they need to hear this. If that person has come to mind while you're listening to this, there is a reason they came to mind, and I really want you to send it to them because they need to hear this episode. Now, changing the way that you view yourself, it is a long journey, okay? This is not something that's going to be fixed overnight. And the first step of that is to actually give yourself some grace here. Because most likely you have not been surrounded by anyone throughout the last 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years of your life that has truly loved and accepted themselves. It's very rare to find people who authentically love and accept themselves. And this is something that I have had to cultivate for the last 7 or 8 years now that I've been in this personal development world. It has been a journey for me. And I will say that right now, where I'm at currently, I love myself so much more than I ever have. And I think that when I got pregnant with my daughter, that's really where I decided to take this aspect much more seriously, because I can recognize that there has been a lineage before me that has not loved and accepted themselves, that has strived to accomplish this unrealistic expectation of perfection and having no problems, having no issues, and everything just looking so perfect and polished and put together on the outside, yet internally they tore themselves apart. They never felt good enough. They never felt worthy enough. And I can look at the people in my family and recognize those things. And so when I was pregnant with my daughter, I made that decision of, I will not pass this on to my daughter. I will not allow this to happen. And so I really decided to deepen the love that I have within myself. And what I will say is that the deeper that I have loved myself, the more that I have just continued to strengthen this beautiful ecosystem within me of love and acceptance and acknowledgement, the more that I have received that externally. And I will say in the most significant place of my life, that has been within my relationship. And it's a perfect reflection for me, and it's probably a good reflection for you too, if you are in a relationship or even if you have really, really close friends. The deeper that you love and accept yourself, the deeper that your partner will love and accept yourself. And I will say right now, Tyler is madly in love with me. And so am I. I'm like madly in love with him too. Oh, I need to like do more podcasts about my relationship with him. I know that only some people care about that, but if you do care about it, send me a message because I want to help you guys find the kind of love that I'm currently experiencing, because it has taken a lot of work to get to this point from his end and from my end, and there's been a lot of challenges, and I would really love to share more on that. But back to our little 3-step process to start loving yourself even more. Okay, so number 1, give yourself grace. You've never been taught this. You've never seen this, most likely, in your life. And maybe me in your life right now is the first person that you've actually been around or have heard from or have seen that truly loves herself. And I would love to be that example for you, because I really, truly do. I love myself. I love every aspect of myself now. And I used to tear myself apart. And I really did not like myself for the first 21 years of my life. That's probably, 21 or 22 years of my life. That's how challenging it was for me. So if that just gives you a little bit of context, please allow that too. But you want to give yourself this grace, knowing that you are doing the best that you can and that it's going to take time, but you're embarking on this journey for a reason. Okay. So number 1, give yourself grace, give yourself the acceptance, give yourself the love and the acknowledgement for even deciding to go on this journey of loving yourself a little deeper. Because again, life gets a lot better when you love yourself. Okay, number 2, awareness. Of course, there is never going to be a podcast that I will ever film without acknowledging awareness. Awareness is key to change the things in your life that you want to change. So what I would like you to do for this is I want you to actually write down, what do you love about yourself? Then I want you to write down, what do you want to love about yourself? What are the aspects of yourself that you find it really challenging to like or to accept? That awareness is going to support you so much in taking actionable steps towards loving yourself, which is actually number 3. This is a simple 3-step process. Number 1 is grace, number 2 is awareness, and number 3 is taking aligned action. You have to couple these things with action. That action may look like you staring at yourself in the mirror and looking at those specific things that you like to change about yourself. And instead of sending hatred and judgment towards that specific thing, you're actually sending love and acceptance and just happiness and joy and all of the highest frequencies possible to that specific body part. I know for me, one of the biggest ones that I had to struggle with was after having my daughter, my body. And I know some people are going to look at this and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm not asking for a compliment here at all. This is actually what I struggled with, because I have had really bad body dysmorphia for nearly my entire life. This is the first year that I feel like I'm in a really, really good place with it. But I will say that body dysmorphia, it really challenged me to accept parts of myself that no longer looked the same. After having a baby, things about me completely changed, and it might not be noticeable to you guys, but it's noticeable to me. And that is something that I have had to cultivate, this incredible love and acceptance for myself, for every aspect of myself. And it's been hard and it's been uncomfortable and it's been challenging, but I have chosen that I want my daughter to feel completely confident regardless of what she looks like. The same way I would like you guys to. I want you to feel completely confident in the way that you handle things emotionally and mentally and just the way that you show up in general. So I want you to, number 3, take aligned action. Decide to start to change these things by making sure to spend time on it. That could look like looking at yourself in the mirror, loving, accepting every part of you. That could look like deciding to let go of friendships or people who are not in alignment with you. That might look like you deciding to invest into yourself. I feel like honestly, that is one of the best ways for you to cultivate this incredible sense of self-love. Investing in yourself is just something that is it's such a powerful decision to make, to be like, I am going all in on me, no one else but myself. And it's like taking a bet on you. I think that it's such a beautiful thing for every single one of us to experience. The more that I have invested into myself, whether that's in my career, into my mindset. I've done a lot of investing into the way that I emotionally and mentally like process things. And the more that I've done that, it has allowed me to just feel into more confidence and more acceptance, more love in my life. Taking aligned action could look like you deciding to schedule a monthly date with yourself. One of the girls inside Tranquil Minds, she does a monthly date with herself, the person who she's dating at the time, and then she also does one with one of her friends. So those are like her 3 ways of pouring into the things that she really wants in life. She wants aligned friendships, she wants an aligned partner, and she wants to be in alignment with herself. And I love that she does this. She'll literally get on the calls and she'll be like at a beautiful restaurant, drinking a freaking like glass of wine and having a steak dinner because she's taking herself out and showing herself that she's worth it. And that's her way of building that self-love within her. Maybe for you, it's actually journaling and getting to know yourself internally and starting to maybe do brain dumps in the morning where you just write out everything that you're feeling and experiencing. There's so many different ways to cultivate the self-love within you. And I just encourage you to pick one thing and just stick to it. Okay. Maybe that's you setting alarms on your phone of affirmations. I am worthy. I am beautiful. I am this. I am that. I know that some people think that that's totally cringe to do affirmations, but I actually think it's totally cringe to fucking hate yourself. Okay. So I would just go ahead and do the fucking affirmations and start loving yourself a little bit more. Like, honestly. And last but not least, I feel like one of the best things that you can do for yourself is to surround yourself with people who do love themselves. That is an act of self-love right there. Deciding to maybe distance yourself from the people who you know just literally hate every aspect of their being, and choosing to surround yourself with people who are either on that journey of loving themselves or already are an incredible example of someone who does love themselves. And listen, like, we all start somewhere with this. This is not an easy process for any of us to go through. Sometimes it's the most uncomfortable thing that we will ever do for ourselves. And it's so crazy that I'm even saying that. Like, to think that something that's one of the hardest things in life to do is to love ourselves is just so mind-blowing. But I really hope that you guys can start to understand that when you do love yourself, you welcome in a lot more love into your life. And it's like just really, really special. And I really want that for you guys. We all start somewhere, and this is the beginning for you right now. And if you really truly want to just go on this journey and deepen the love within you, I encourage you to join us in Tranquil Minds. We go deep into why you have not loved yourself and exactly how to rewire your mind to start loving every aspect of you so that you can create the life of your dreams. I would love to have you in there. We've got like 21 women in that chat right now. And every single day, these women are really going so deep, and it's just getting so juicy. And it's so cool to be a part of this community where everyone is just on the same journey and really supporting one another. Like, it's just really, really special. So I invite you to join us inside there. And if you took anything away from this podcast, please send me a message on Instagram, send me a comment, give me a review. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to cheer you on and continue to support you in this beautiful journey. If you want to join us in Tranquil Minds, go ahead and click the link down below. There will be a link where you can get in, and you can also get access to my course, Aligned and Abundant, completely as a gift from my heart to yours. All right. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much for listening to this incredible podcast, and I will talk to you guys next Monday. Bye.